The deep space was silent, cold, and endless. A giant alien craft moved slowly through the dark void. It was not afraid. It had crossed many star systems and destroyed many worlds. To this alien empire, humans were nothing. Weak, slow, easy to erase. Inside the alien ship, the commanders watched the blue planet on the screen. Earth, one of them said. A primitive world. No real threat. They had studied humans for years. Humans fought among themselves. Humans were emotional. Humans were small. The decision was simple. Earth would be taken. Far away, on that same blue planet, humanity had no idea what was coming. Cities were alive. Lights filled the night. People laughed, worked, argued, and dreamed. Above them, the sky looked calm. Too calm. In an underground command center, deep beneath the surface, a human officer stood in front of a large screen. His name was Commander Elias Kane. He had tired eyes, but his voice was steady. Unknown object detected beyond Pluto, a technician said. The room went quiet. The object was massive, bigger than anything humans had ever built. It was moving with purpose. This is not a meteor, Kane said. This is a ship. Many believed humans were not ready for contact. They were wrong. For decades, humanity had prepared in secret. Hidden fleets, experimental weapons, plans no one believed were real. Kane looked at the screen and whispered, "So, they finally came." High above Earth, satellites began to shift. Old machines woke up. Silent systems came online. The aliens believed humans would panic. They did not know one thing. Humans only looked weak when they were not cornered. And now, humanity was about to be tested. The first move had already begun. The alien fleet slowed as it reached the edge of the solar system. From their view, Earth looked fragile. Blue oceans, thin clouds, a soft glow. It reminded them of many worlds they had already conquered. This species will surrender, the alien high commander said. They always do. They sent no warning, no message. Power was their language. On Earth, Commander Kane stood still as new data filled the screens. Multiple energy signatures, a technician said. Not one shipped the fleet. A cold silence spread through the room. Kane nodded. Activate Phase 1. Deep beneath mountains, deserts, and oceans, hidden doors opened. Long-forgotten bases came alive. Human ships, dark and sharp, rose from the shadows. They did not look beautiful. They looked dangerous. These were not defense ships. They were hunters. In orbit, old satellites changed position. They were not communication tools anymore. They were weapons. Quiet, precise. The alien fleet noticed a movement. Strange, one officer said. They are not sending distress signals. No panic, another said. No chaos. The humans were silent. Suddenly, space bent. A human ship appeared behind the alien scouts. No warning, no energy buildup. Just there, before the aliens could react. The scout ships vanished in bright flashes of light. The alien commanders froze. They have faster jump technology? One asked. Impossible. Humans were supposed to be slow learners. On Earth, Kane allowed himself a small breath. First contact made, he said, and we're still standing. But this was only a test. The alien main fleet was untouched. Massive. Patient. The aliens began to understand. These humans were not screaming. They were waiting. And whatever humanity was hiding, it was far more dangerous than expected. The alien fleet changed formation. This was no longer a simple invasion. This was now a problem. Energy shields flared to life across their massive ships. Weapon systems charged, glowing like cold stars in the dark. The alien commanders felt something unfamiliar. Caution. On Earth, alarms echoed through hidden human bases. Ships moved into position, not in large groups, but alone. Each one carried a single mission. Strike. Vanish. Strike again. Commander Kane watched the battle map shift in real time. They're adjusting, a technician said. Good, Kane replied. That means they're scared. Human ships jumped in and out of space like ghosts. They hit supply vessels, communication relays, and sensor arrays. They never stayed long enough to be targeted. The alien fleet began to lose order. "They are attacking our eyes," an alien officer said. "We cannot see them clearly." "How can a young species fight like this?" another asked. The answer was simple. Humans had learned war the hard way. For centuries, humans fought themselves. They learned speed, deception, sacrifice, when to attack, and when to disappear. One human ship was finally hit. Its shield failed. The hull burned. The alien commanders waited for panic. Instead, the ship exploded on purpose. The blast tore through two alien cruisers. The aliens stared in disbelief. "They destroyed themselves," one whispered. On Earth, Kane closed his eyes for a moment. "They knew the cost," he said quietly. Humanity did not fight for glory. It fought to survive. The alien high commander finally spoke. "This species does not fear death." "No," another replied. "They use it." The battle was far from over. The alien fleet was still stronger, larger, heavier, but something had changed. The invaders no longer saw Earth as a weak world. They saw it as a trap, and the humans were pulling the enemy deeper inside it. The alien high command demanded answers. "How did they build this much power in silence?" the commander asked. Data streams failed. Long-range sensors showed nothing but darkness. Human ships did not fight like an army. They fought like a storm, everywhere, then nowhere. The alien fleet moved closer to Earth. That was a mistake. As they crossed the orbit of Mars, space itself began to change. Gravity pulled in strange ways. Signals delayed. Engines lost balance. "This system is unstable," an alien navigator warned. "It was stable before," the commander replied. "Yes," the navigator said slowly, "before the humans arrived." Hidden across the solar system, human devices activated. They were not weapons. They were anchors, gravity traps built over decades, using stolen alien science and human creativity. Commander Kane watched the readings rise. "Phase 2 is active," he said. The alien fleet slowed. Their heavy ships struggled. Smaller escorts crashed into each other. Formation broke apart. "This is impossible," an alien officer said. "They are bending physics." "No," the commander replied. "They are abusing it." Human ships returned, clearer now. They attacked the trapped fleet with precision, not random shots. Every hit was planned. One alien carrier tried to retreat. Space refused to let it go. The ship tore itself apart. Fear spread through the alien command. "They turned their own system into a weapon," one said. On Earth, people still did not know the truth. Cities slept. Children dreamed. Humanity fought in silence, so life could stay normal for one more night. Kane looked at Earth on the screen. "We hold them here," he said, "or we lose everything." The alien commander finally understood. This was not a war for land. This was a war for existence. And humans were willing to break the universe itself to win. The alien fleet was wounded but not defeated. The High Commander made a final decision. "Prepare the extinction strike," he ordered. "If we cannot control the system, we will erase it." A massive alien war core began to charge. Its energy was enough to burn planets. Earth was the target. On Earth, warning lights flashed red. "Energy levels rising beyond safe limits," a technician shouted. Kane understood immediately. "They're going for a kill shot." For the first time, fear touched the room. Then Kane straightened his back. "Phase 3, he said. Silence followed. "Sir," an officer whispered, "Phase 3 was never tested." Kane nodded. Neither was this war. Across the solar system, something ancient woke up. Humanity's last secret was not a ship or a weapon. It was a signal. A deep, powerful broadcast echoed into space. Not a threat, not a message. A call, far beyond the alien fleet. Something answered. Space rippled like water. Massive shapes moved in the dark. Old machines, older than both humans and aliens. They did not belong to any empire. They were guardians, left behind by a forgotten civilization. The aliens panicked. "They are summoning something else," one screamed. No, the commander said slowly. They are reminding the universe they exist. The Guardians moved between Earth and the alien war core. The extinction weapon fired. The beam struck the Guardians and vanished. The aliens watched their ultimate weapon fail. Kane exhaled. We're not alone, he said, and we never were. The balance of power had shifted. The aliens had come to conquer humans. Instead, they had awakened something far worse. The alien fleet was silent. For the first time in their long history, they had no answer. Their weapons failed. Their power meant nothing. The ancient Guardians hovered in space, unmoving, watching. They did not attack. They judged. The alien high commander lowered his head. We withdraw, he said. This system is protected. One by one, alien ships powered down their weapons. Damaged vessels pulled back slowly, afraid to make sudden moves. The fleet that came to conquer now only wanted to escape. The Guardians remained until the last alien ship jumped away. Then, just as quietly, they vanished. No explosions, no goodbye, only silence. On Earth, the warning lights faded. Systems returned to standby. The room filled with tired breaths and quiet relief. Commander Kane looked around at his team. Some smiled, some cried, some simply stared at the screen, unable to believe it was over. Stand down, all forces, Kane said. We're safe. For now. Outside, the world kept turning. People woke up and went to work. Children went to school. The sky looked the same as always. Most humans would never know how close they came to extinction, and that was fine. Humanity did not fight to be praised. It fought so life could continue. Far away, in alien space, warnings spread quickly. Earth was marked, not as a weak world, not as prey, but as a line no one should cross. A species that hid its strength. A species that learned from pain. A species that made allies out of the universe itself. Humans, they were not the strongest. They were not the oldest. But they were the most dangerous when threatened. And the universe would remember that day, because humanity had sent a clear message. Do not mistake silence for we.